5, we find a story of a man who had an infirmity. Some versions of the Bible say he was invalid, sick, ill, disabled. We don't know exactly what was wrong with him, but he was in this condition for 38 years. I don't know about you, but 38 years seems like a long time to be dealing with this condition that has him in this position. The man was lying by the pool of Bethesda, which in Hebrew means house of mercy. But I'm sure this man was not feeling the mercy. Many people believed that when the water was stirred, there was a supernatural power that would heal the first person to get in the pool. The problem for most of those people that were at the pool is that they couldn't get in the pool fast enough. The weak were trampled on by those stronger than they were. Some would make it to the edge of the pool to only lose their life before getting in. This man, though, was never able to make it to the pool. He was too weak, too crippled. He did not have enough strength, so mercy was not present. Until this one particular day, a special day, the Sabbath. As he was lying there, heart aching due to lack of healing, a man approaches him. The man asks, "Wilt thou be made whole?" John 5:6. Does he want to be made whole? What kind of question is that? Of course. But I'm sure his heart sank as he responded, "Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another steps down before me." John 5:7. The man, Jesus, didn't hesitate. He didn't need the pool to heal. He told him, "Rise, take up thy bed, and walk." John 5:8. There was zero hesitation. Even though he did not know this was Jesus, he had the faith required. He didn't wait. He didn't sing the blues. He stood up, took up his bed, and walked. In verse 14, the man finds Jesus again, and Jesus says, "Behold, thou art made whole. Sin no more, lest the worst thing come upon thee." Why was this healing significant? 1, it was done on the Sabbath. 2, Jesus had the man take his bed, which according to the Jews was a sin to do on the Sabbath. But I think Jesus was trying to make a point. He could have healed this man on Sunday instead of Saturday. He could have waited, but he didn't. He could have had the man leave his bed there and have him come back for it later, but he didn't. The Jews were so focused on the law instead of the relationship that they missed the joy of the Sabbath. I personally think there is a significance to having the man take his bed with him. Wherever your bed is, your house is. He was living at the pool for many years. The consequences of his sinful life took him to the pool. Jesus told him to sin no more, lest the worst thing come upon him. If he continued to sin, he would end up back at the pool, but in a much worse condition, and with no hope. So why should he leave his bed, unless he planned on coming back? He had no intentions of coming back. He had all intentions of turning away from sin and never returning. In our life, we are called to leave a life of sin. When Jesus calls us out of our life of sin, we are not to return to the same lifestyle. Alcoholics are not called away just to go back to the bars and the alcohol stores. Porn addicts are not called out of that lifestyle to return to risque sites or movies. Sin addicts are not called out of a lifestyle of sin just to return to some habits that got us there in the first place. When Jesus heals you of some infirmity, pick up your bed and walk. Don't leave your bed in a sinful lifestyle. Don't plan on going back. Get up and leave. Never look back. Think of Lot's wife. She didn't take her bed with her. She looked back, and man, did she feel salty. Be like the man Jesus healed. Take the healing, the forgiveness, and your bed. Rise up and walk away. This is possible only by God's amazing grace.
Today's verse comes from John chapter 5, verse 8, where Jesus tells the man to rise, take up his mat, and walk. The part of the verse I'm doing specifically is take up your bed and walk. We need to remember that when Jesus brings us out of a life of sin, we don't need to return. So with today's lettering, I used 2 pens. One is silver and one is gold. So join me as I letter.